Well, hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee, and we are doing Christmas cookies. I've got so much I've got to do. I've got to do cookies for my market stand. I got to do cookies for my family. I've been doing little candies too, not the ones that require the thermometer and all the tedious time. Yesterday I did no-bake cookies, and I did I think over 100 peanut clusters, smaller ones. Today we got several things we're going to make today. We're going to do peanut butter cookies, peanut butter blossom cookies. We're going to do chocolate chip cookies, and I'm going to do monster cookies. I'm waiting for my butter. I forgot to take it out last night of the freezer, so I'm waiting for it to thaw out and come to room temperature. So in the meantime, we're going to do good old-fashioned cornflake candy, because that's something my family loved too. Now, what I want to see is if I can do a double batch. I need 12 cups of cornflakes to do a double batch. I think I'll have it. There's a little extra in there. Okay. I'll definitely have it. Not worried in the least. That's all crazy. We're going to pour this into a bigger bowl. And then, let me set this aside. I'll finish and I'll put all the cornflakes in here. Ooh, this will be nice. Okay, there's 12 cups of cornflakes. Yeah, so don't you wish you could just use that last little bit? I'll wait. I'll add it to another one. Okay, so I will put the recipe for these always in the description box. This is 12 cups of cornflakes in there, so we're doing a double batch of this. Okay, so we're going to need, I'll put my pan right here for now. I wanted to spread my cup because I got my countertop loaded with these. The Karo syrup will come out of there a lot easier. So we got to do 1 cup of Karo syrup. There we go. We're going to do 1 cup of sugar. I'm going to get it all in that pan. Okay. We're going to do 1 cup of sugar. And we're going to do 1 cup of Karo syrup. And watch how easy that comes out of there. Oh, nice. Just gotta scrape the last little bit out of there. And then we're gonna do, we need 2. I'm doing double. See, you guys, I get talking to you and I forget what I'm doing. That would have been a disaster. So we're gonna need another cup. Oh, I'm glad I caught that. And we're gonna need another cup of the Karo syrup, and I put that away. I got my other bottle way in the back I gotta get. I'm so short. I use my tongs to reach stuff in the back of my cabinet. Ha! It works good. Perfect. Okay, here we go. We're going to get the rest of that in here. I'm not going to sit here all day and wait for that. You know what I'll do? I'll just put that upside down over here. It'll be ready for the next one. All right. There we go. Now we'll get, so we got 2 cups of Karo syrup and 2 cups of sugar. And I did spray this too. So it all comes out of there. All right. I'm going to use that with the peanut butter. Actually, I don't need to use that with the peanut butter. And I'll tell you, because the peanut butter, it's like 1 3/4 cups in here. So we're going to use this and the last little bit that I got in there. I don't think this will fit in here too well. Oh, we can try it. We're going to get it. This stuff is wonderful. And it really is easy to make. Look at that. I got all that. Get all that out of there. Then we're going to use the rest of this because this is about 1/4 cup in here. All right. Now, we're going to meet over here at the stove. Okay, friends. We got this. We're going to turn this burner on. I'm going to mix this with a wooden spoon. Okay? But I'm not going to get rid of that entirely. I'm going to use my small wooden spoon to mix this up with. You don't have to stir this constantly, but you do want to get it all mixed up. Is that better? That's probably a little better. It's a little darker, but it's better. All right, I'm going to let this cook, and you just bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we can put it on our cornflakes. Okay, friends, this came to a boil. So now we're going to dump it all right into our cornflakes. Beautiful. And don't leave any behind. All right, I got water running in my pan. We're just going to start mixing this. And it might seem like it's a great big mess, but just keep mixing because it will come together. It's coming together. See how nice that is? Just keep mixing. You want everything coated beautifully. How nice that comes together? You don't think it's gonna, but it does. And it turns out beautiful. Now, all I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna put it in little mounds on my cookie sheet. Look how nice that is. Just like so. See how nice those look? I'm going to keep right on going until I have this all filled up. All right, friends, we got these all done. These, I got another tray already in my sun porch, and these are going to go in there beside it and cool. Beautiful. Okay, we're ready to do our peanut butter cookies. Now, with the same recipe, I'm going to do the peanut butter cookies, the plain peanut butter cookies, and I'm also going to do peanut butter blossoms. So I am like quadrupling this recipe. But I will put a recipe for a single batch for you guys in my description box. Okay, so I am doing butter. And I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to try and tell you how much I'm using because I am just, this is quadruple. Ha! Mr. Wayne is out there peeling my Hershey Kisses for this. But these, I'm going to put these together. We're not going to bake these all right now because they all need to chill. And I got a couple others that I want to bake, or that I want to make too. And we're just going to let them chill out there at the sun porch. And then we'll get to baking them. All right, we're going to do our sugar with that. I need to fill up my sugar container. All right. No, I'm not out of sugar. I buy my sugar and my flour in 50-pound bags. Your brown sugar needs to be packed. This is my homemade brown sugar, and it's wonderful stuff. All right. There we go. Now, we're going to add the peanut butter in here. I'm using one of these small containers because it's just about two. I think it's like 1 3/4 cups, and I got some up in my cabinet that I can add to this to make it 2 cups. I don't want to waste any. Ha! Waste not, want not, huh? All right. Those are empty. Okay, now with that, we're just going to cream all this together. And when I get it all creamed together, because it's going to be loud, then I'll bring it back and we'll go on to the next. Okay, so we got that mixed together. So now we got our flour, and I'm just going to whisk into this. Get my whisk out. I need my glasses. We're going to do a tablespoon. Well, I'm not going to tell you that because I'm quadrupling it. There's my baking soda. That was baking powder. I guess it won't hurt. It's only an extra teaspoon. Yeah, I need a full tablespoon of baking soda. I need 3/4 of baking powder, but I guess that little extra isn't going to hurt. I don't know, chunks in there. Okay, we're just going to whisk this in. We have that ready. Okay, so now we've got our eggs to put in here. I'm using unsalted butter, so I do need a little bit of salt. Not much though, just a couple pinches. Now I'm going to turn this on low. I like that to mix in real good. Okay, now I'm going to scrape down these sides again. I did once earlier when I was creaming them together. I'm going to scrape these down again. Beautiful. Okay. Now with that, we're going to add our flour. I'm adding it all at once. Very slowly. Let that mix. I'm just going to let that mix slow until it's completely incorporated. And then we'll put this into, look at that. We'll put this into another bowl and we'll get it ready to be chilled. Okay, friends. This is done. We're going to get this in this bowl and get it out to chill. You want to chill them, otherwise they'll spread too much. And you don't want that. Alright. Clean that beater off. You don't want to waste that. That's like a whole nother cookie in there. Okay. Look at all that. Beautiful. Come on. This is like hard to get out of there. There we go. It's all mixed beautifully. Nothing was stuck on the bottom. And these will make some beautiful cookies. Gorgeous. All right. Now, I just got to clean that out, and then we can do our chocolate chip cookies. Oh, look at me, I get trashed. My aprons are all dirty again. All right, this is going in the pantry, or not the pantry, in the sun porch to chill, because it's like 40 degrees out there in my pants. It's like a walk-in cooler. Okay, friends. Look at my kitchen. It's a disaster. I am doing my, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing my peanut butter blossoms. And I use the small, the little itty bitty small scoop. You don't want them very big. And I'll show you how they turn out. And then when I do these, for those of you who aren't sure, I put the Candy Kiss, the Chocolate Kiss on them right out of the oven. As soon as I set them on the stovetop, I put that Chocolate Kiss right on top of them. And it turns out beautiful. I've baked quite a few of these off already. But I'll show you how these do. About the size of them, so you have a general idea. I mean, I guess you can make them as big as you want, but they look kind of funny. And you don't always have to put just the chocolate kisses in them. I've made them before with the little chocolate stars, or you can put a dollop of Nutella on them. The only thing I've done is the Candy Kisses and the stars. They turn out good too. All right. You can see the size of them. They're fairly small. These go in the oven. I got some in there right now. Oh no, those are the bigger ones. They're going to bake for anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes. This size and even the cookie size, which is just the next size scoop up that I use. I'm not doing the jumbo ones. Okay, friends, now that we got our peanut butter and our peanut butter blossom cookies done, now we can move on to our chocolate chip cookies. And yes, I'm making another huge batch. And of course, I will always put these recipes in the description box for a single batch. Doesn't take much to double or quadruple them, and it doesn't hurt. All right, my glasses, because I have got my flour here, and I want to put my 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 2 teaspoons of baking soda in here. I'm going to put that aside so it's out of my way. You can see that. There. There's my baking soda. I'm also going to do a teaspoon of salt, because I am using unsalted butter. If you're going to use salted butter, omit the salt. Otherwise, your cookie will be way too salty. Okay, we're just going to whip this around in here. Just mix it in here. All right, set that aside. Okay, so I'm, of course, like quadrupling this, so I'm going to use, take that out for a second. I'm going to use a whole cup of butter. And it's unsalted. That's why I put salt in. Now you can put nuts in these too, and I might just do that with half with nuts and half without. But I'm just going to mix it together first. I can always fold those nuts in after I divide it up. All right, there we go. Now, with that, move this aside. We're going to do, we got all our butter. Okay, we're going to do 2 cups of sugar and 2 cups of brown sugar. And you want your brown sugar packed. So there's 1. I just pack it on the side of the container. There's 2. Now we're going to do 1 cup of sugar and 2 cups of sugar. Don't follow this recipe unless you want a mountain full of cookies. Use the recipe in the description box. Okay, I think that's all I need right now, and we're going to put my paddle on here, and we're going to cream this together. Okay? I'll spare you the noise. Okay, that is all set. Now, we're going to put 2 teaspoons of vanilla in here. I tell you, I'm not going to tell you how much I'm measuring, and then I tell you how much I'm measuring. Ah, oh well. And I'm going to put my eggs in here, 1 at a time. Oh, back up there. Okay. All right, now is what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape down these sides and the bottom because I don't want anything stuck on the bottom. Yeah. Sometimes, I don't know, maybe some of you have mixers like that. It doesn't get to the very bottom, so stuff gets trapped down there. I don't want that. Okay, so here goes our flour. And I've got a bunch. And I've got my baking soda, my baking powder, and my salt all in there. Okay. And we're just going to let that mix. I won't spare you the noise. And when it's incorporated, bring it back and we'll put our chocolate chips in there. Okay. We're going to, you know what I'm going to do? I got to get it off there. There we go. Get off there, buddy. Okay, there goes our chocolate chips. A whole bunch of them. I'm going to mix it slow. Okay, now with this, I'm going to bust my glasses. Oh yeah, it's mixed up really good in there. Okay, so we're going to set that aside. Because what I have found is you want your dough to chill because it'll spread so far if you don't. It'll spread right out flat unless you want some flat cookies. A lot of people like the flat crispy cookies, but I want mine to have a little volume to them. So what I do, it's harder to work with, especially with the chocolates and nuts in there. It's harder to work with it when it's cold. So what I do is I put it on my trays and then I just let it chill out in my sun porch, which is like a walk-in cooler, as I said before. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to put these on the trays like we're getting ready to bake them, and I'll just bring them in from the sun porch as I bake them. And that way it's not going to be so hard to try and scoop them out of there. I can't tell you, and you probably have done it too, I've broken a lot of ice cream scoops trying to scoop out cookie dough, chilled cookie dough. So this is perfect. And this way they're all pretty much uniform, the same size, and it works nicely. Okay, now I'm going to do the rest of them off camera, of course. And then we can, while these are chilling, we can get moving on to our monster cookies, which is the last I've got to do. I can do another tray of these and then I can mix some walnuts in with them. Now that we got that done, we're going to cut up some of these walnuts. And I'm just going to rough chop them. We do another handful because there's not a whole lot in there. Okay. Now, I'm going to mix that up. I got to get it off the side. Hang on. So it mixes it up. Okay. The walnuts are in there and everything's ready. I can put these on the other trays, get them out cooling. And while they're chilling, we can get our monster cookies going. Whew, we got a lot of cookies to make. Okay, friends, I have got my last tray of cookies, the chocolate chip cookies, in the oven, so that alarm is going to go off. That timer is going to go off in a minute. But we are going to work on our monster cookies. So I've got my flour here, and I am going to put my, let's see, I have a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to put my salt in here and my baking soda, and I need 2 teaspoons of it because I'm making a huge batch again. So okay, we are all set with that. I'm going to give that just a quick whisk to incorporate it. There. That's good. We're going to set that aside. Okay, so we got that all set. So now I'm just using my same, I just did the chocolate chip cookies. I didn't even wash the bowl out. I'm just using the same one. There it goes. Hang on. Those have turned out beautiful. We'll let them cool right there. Okay, we're putting our butter in. I have made like 20 dozen cookies today. But you know, I do all my cookies for my Christmas baskets. I do all my Christmas homemade. And everybody loves the cookies, so that's what I do. Okay? Now we're going to do 1.5 cups of regular sugar. 1.5 cup. And 1.5 cups of the brown sugar. I want that packed pretty much. There we go. Now we're going to also do 1 cup of peanut butter. So you just get your little knife on that lip and just pull. There we go. Okay, so while I got this, I might as well just use this. We're going to do 1 cup, so I'm only going to do half of this container. Well, pretty close to half. Just a little bit more. Okay, there we go. That'll be good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cream this together, and of course I'm going to spare you the noise. Okay. I don't see it on the bottom. I got to get my... I like to scrape it to make sure that the bottom is all mixed, and it does look as if it's mixed pretty good. Add a little bit of peanut butter. Okay, that'll mix in now. All right, we'll set that there because I'll be using that again. Okay, now we're going to put our eggs in. First, we're going to do our 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And remember, I'm making a huge batch, so please don't say, you told us 2 teaspoons of vanilla and it only says a half. No, I'm making a huge batch. Just so you know. Okay, we're going to mix that up. And you wait till your egg is mixed in a little to crack the next one. It doesn't take long. That little egg in there it goes. It finally broke. It was riding around in there having fun. Okay. I just wanted to make sure it was all mixed in real good. Now, we don't have to put anything in here. We already did that. So we're going to put our flour all in. And I put mine all in at once. I love making cookies. All right, we're just going to let that mix until it incorporates. I'm going to get this cleaned up and we'll be back. Okay, friends. We got that all incorporated. Now we're going to add our goodies. You can add all kinds of, with these monster cookies, you can add whatever you want. I got a recipe. I call them hot mess cookies because I have everything from coconut to walnuts in there. Chocolate chips, M&Ms. We put everything in our hot mess cookies, don't we? Mm-hmm. You know, come say hi.
Hi. Hi, friends.
Little Miss Nene got braces on.
Yeah.
And she's got red and green for Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay, Nene, look what we got to put in here.
M&Ms.
All M&Ms and all kinds of stuff. We're going to do, oatmeal. Oats. I'm not going to tell you how much because the recipe will tell you. And we've got M&Ms. Now, I wanted the Christmas M&Ms, but they didn't have any. And I think they were all out. So we just got regular M&Ms and chocolate chips. And man, that's loaded, isn't it? Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to combine this. Okay, I think we got it. Looks pretty good. So now, this has got to chill a little bit before I bake it. Okay, friends, take a look. Those are all, these are those huge pans that, oh my gosh, I'm terrible with names. But they were given to me, my friend from Chicago. This is full of chocolate chip cookies. Now this is what I do with them. Because I don't have containers enough to put all these cookies in. So I just wrap it half and half. Just like so. And that's all I do with it. I got enough on here to go over it. Okay, now they'll stay nice. I wrapped it all the way around and they'll stay beautiful in there because it's only going to be a few days and then I'll be putting all my cookie baskets together. Probably more than a few days, probably next week, but they'll be fine because they're going to be out in my sun porch where it's nice and cold and wrapped up. And here's our monster cookies. They turned out beautiful. All right, we'll wrap these up. Hold on, there you get this. Yeah, I'll move that aside a second. Okay, there's the monster cookies. Thank you, Mr. Wayna. Here, friends, is the peanut butter cookies. Now, this isn't as full because I did half of them in peanut butter blossoms, and you'll see those in a minute. And I did no bakes yesterday, and I did, oh my gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue, peanut clusters. Don't you hate that when you search for what you forget what you're going to say? Oh, I hate that. Anyway, I did peanut clusters. I did over 100 of them yesterday. But remember, I do this for my market stand too. Okay, there's that one. It's all good. good. Look at these beauties. Aren't those just gorgeous? All right. This one's going to take quite a bit. But we're going to package them right in here because I'm not going to be using this guy for a while. So... now we'll go down the middle and then we'll go down the end because that's my full-size sheet pan. That's the one I use when I make cookies in my outside oven. Oh, and they turn out beautiful, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Okay. I'm going to do that side and I'll have those wrapped. And I didn't have to wrap the cornflake candy because I got that in a container out there. So that's all good. All right. That's good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So there we go, friends. We did peanut butter cookies. We did peanut butter blossoms. We did chocolate chip cookies, and we did monster cookies. And we also did the cornflake candy, which turned out wonderful. So it's been a busy day. We started doing cookies this morning at 9:30. I think it was 9:30 this morning, and it is now 6:30. And I did, let's see, I did about 30 dozen cookies today. Wow, that's a lot. And I sell a lot of cookies, and I give cookies away for Christmas, plus my Christmas presents that I showed you yesterday and the other day's video. What was it, Tuesday's video, I think. I showed you putting together my coffee, my flavor, or my, oh my goodness, putting together my coffee drinks and my hot cocoa mix and my chocolate milk mix. So I do all that. That's my Christmas presents. So plus I'm selling them in the market stand, and I've already sold a few of them today. So people like them. They say, oh my gosh, they're pretty, and they make such a wonderful gift. And I was able, because I don't have a whole lot of overhead, you know, so I was able to keep those, the hot cocos and the cups with the cappuccino and the Swiss mocha. I was able to keep those between $5 and $8. So perfect. I mean, the ones that were $8 were the cups because I had to add $3 on, and I didn't make any money off the cup. I spent $3 on the cup, and I sold the cup for $3. And then of course, the $5 for the mix. Perfect. So it makes it affordable for people, and I love that. So anyway, friends, I want to thank you for hanging out with me in the kitchen. I am exhausted. The cookies are all wrapped up. Now we're going to do probably cutouts the next video, or, you know, within the next few videos, because I do got to chit chat. I want to bring you up to speed on stuff and have a little chit chat and some coffee with you. So anyway, I will see you in the next video. You all have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out with me in the kitchen. And as always, thanks for watching.